What else do I have? What else do I have? Ooh, 10 minutes. Ooh. Well, last Sunday, we had to kill a snake. It was on the back porch, and I walked out to go have a cigarette and turned around, and it scared the crap out of me because a 4 foot long snake was sitting on the step right by where I walked out of. So it was this big production, and we pulled it. It gets behind. We have these cement blocks because our step from our back door to the porch is kind of far, and we had dogs that were really old and couldn't get down, and it was actually kind of a jarring step to take, even for a person. So we got these bricks and put them up and kind of made some makeshift steps, but there was a lip from the house, so the snake would get under there because our light would bring bugs. Bugs would bring frogs. Frogs would bring this snake. And whether or not it's the same snake, we had a snake that looked just like this snake when we first moved in the house about 2 or 3 years ago that was also getting up there and trying to get at the frogs. Well, it was just one time too many because this snake, I'm positive, was the same snake we saw laying over by the fence, laying out in the sun, whatever. So we put up some bricks. We pulled the bricks away so we could get at it, sort of. And then I set them up so that when we chased it, it couldn't come towards us. It would go away from us. And we ended up chasing it through the yard, and my boyfriend got a heavy metal rake and pinned it to the ground, and I hacked his head off. And I felt really crappy afterwards, especially after finding out it was non-venomous. And there are people who have all said, I would have done that too, I would have done that too, and I kind of felt like I had to simply because it was near me, and even though it's not venomous, it could have bitten me because I walked right by where it was sitting. And we have a small dog, and I don't want the snake biting the dog, and it would have probably bitten her repeatedly because she would have kept attacking it. And so I felt crappy for killing a snake because it's a living thing and it deserves to live, and it was just going to come back. And it was a yellow-bellied water snake. Not a water moccasin, not a cottonmouth. I looked it up. I finally was able to identify it, and I'm almost positive that's what it was because we have a little creek behind our house that separates us from the walking trail that I just told you about. So that was all within a span of like 4 days. And it's about all the excitement I can handle right now. Then, of course, the holidays are coming, and that's full of family drama and strife and pain and anguish. We're already having problems with a certain relative who's upset because we can't be there on Christmas Day because I have a new job and I don't have vacation time. Of course, I called my entire family, and they understood that I couldn't come home because there's no sense in me driving 12 hours to see them for a couple of hours, then driving 12 hours back. And I told them I'm a little gassy. I don't know what that's from. But this specific relative, who's not exactly a relative of mine yet, was very upset that all we had time for was we were going to drive in on the 23rd because my show ends on the 22nd. And if you want to know about the show by any random chance, go to yellowtape.org and you can see all the little promos I've been doing for the show as the Yellow Tape, which is a superhero. And I guess they're kind of funny. I don't know. I've not been having a lot to talk about lately because I've kind of run the course of my jokes. And so if you watch those, email me. Email me at theyellowtape@hotmail.com with some stupid Dear Abby stuff or whatever. I don't care. Just something I can respond to because I'm feeling a little creatively dry there. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Because of the play closes the 22nd, and I have to be at work on the 26th. We were going to drive in on the 23rd, see this section of family, then the 24th, see another section of family, and then drive back on the 24th so that we could wake up in our house on Christmas Day, have a day to ourselves before I have to go back to work. Because I don't have the luxury that my boyfriend does, because he works for Apple and they shut down. You just get the week off and it's not counted as vacation. They just shut down. More companies need to do this. Hello? No one works. It's always a ghost town, even for those who are there. So whatever. that's happening, and I don't know what's going to happen with that. And people are about to start coming into town so they can see the show, which opens on November 29th. All I can say is there's so much going on right now. I'm going to get 4 days off for New Year's because we'll get that weekend and then New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to sit in the house for 4 days and drink till I black out on a regular basis. Then when I wake up again, then I'll drink again. Because I need a break. And it's going to be well deserved. And I need it. I need it bad.